Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. This is Victorious Gaming. And in today's video, we are gonna talk about the new uniform for Red Hawk to give you my suggestion whether you should purchase this uniform or not, along with its rotation and the build as well. To be honest, I'm not really impressed with this uniform at all. But you know, I already bought this uniform, so why not we try out this uniform just to see what he can do for us. If it is bad, if it's not good, then perhaps you guys can just skip this uniform, save up your crystal to buy the uniform that you really need. But anyway, as far as custom gear goes, I didn't go for any CTP because I just don't want to waste a CTP, the most valuable weapon on Red Hawk, to be very honest. So I actually slapped on this obelisk mainly for the 160% damage proc and 30.6% of fire damage, since all of his skill are based on fire damage. While this cold damage is totally useless for Red Hawk, so you can basically ignore that. But if you want to have the best possible custom gear on Red Hawk, you can go with double fire damage plus a damage proc, or fire damage plus a damage proc with either crit rate or crit damage. So that's how the custom gear goes. So now let's take a look at the rest of my build. Well, only cooldown is maxed out, while the ignore defense is almost maxed out, and then all the gears are 20 with at least 2 5-star physical attack Uru on each of the gear, and then all the skill set are pretty much maxed out. If you take a look at the skill set here, nothing crazy here, is pretty average. And then the third skill is okay, it has a 100% chance for immunity to all damage for 5 seconds, that's it. And then the fourth skill is just whatever, that stack up to 100% is not the all defense down that we are looking for. It is just the decrease of fire resistances, which is pretty useless in all the PvE content, I guess. And then the fifth skill is just okay, it has some of the attack buff, that's it. However, his passive is really juicy. He has a 5% recovery of max HP when his HP is below 99%, so that's really cool actually. And then his leadership is nice as well. Initially we had 60% of fire damage. Right now with this uniform, the fire damage has increased by 10%, which is very nice. And then for the ISO, we got Power Angry Hawk ISO set here. And then the uniform is at legendary level with some of the cooldown, physical attack and dodge. And then so now let's take a look at the uniform option here. So the first one, we have Ronin with his in-game uniform, and then Thanos with his in-game uniform as well, followed by Red Skull with his Hydra armor uniform, and then Mysterio with his Spider-Man Far From Home uniform, and the last one we got Black Widow with her Avengers 3099 uniform. So that's all for the uniform option, and without any further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are. Just to be honest with you guys, I have tried stage 40 Proxima with Red Hawk just now, but you know, it seems that I was having a very hard time trying to clear stage 40 with Red Hawk, even with double support. I know it's without strikers, and my Red Hawk is just at level 60, all gears 20 and with no CTP at all. He's just rocking with a normal damage proc obelisk, but you know, with the similar build, I could clear stage 50 Proxima with my Amadeus with pretty much time left. Almost the same build, same as level 60, all gears 20, both is rocking with just a normal damage proc obelisk and do it without strikers as well. I will make sure to include that video link which I'm using my Amadeus against Proxima and Corvus in my description below to this video, in case you are looking for that. So that's very sad actually. Same hawk but with different color, one is red and the other is green, but the ability, the damage gap is really huge. So I just want to make this video too long, so I actually went ahead to complete this stage 30 Proxima successfully. So I'm gonna share with you his skill rotation and what else did I notice during the battle while I'm using Red Hawk. So the skill rotation is actually cancel 3 for the immunity, and then try to get full proc on 5. If you get the proc at the very end of the fight, he is gonna lose a lot of damage, so try your best to get full proc on 5, and then the 4 is just whatever, it's not an iframe as what I can see here, so keep in mind that you cannot use the 4 without the immunity to all damage, you will just die. If you go with 3-5-4, by the time you finish the proc on 5 and you go with 4, you are already out of immunity, because the immunity buff from the third skill is just for 5 seconds. So yeah, it's very risky to go with 3-5-4, but most of the time you won't get one shot immediately, because he has that recovery of max HP when his HP is below 99%. But you know, it's very risky to use his 4th skill. The damage of his 4th skill is just very low. So I don't see there is any point of using that skill, so I will just skip that and just focus on 2 skill, which is cancel 3, and then try to get full proc on 5. That's it. Guys, just to be very honest, he seems to be not that attractive beside his passive, which is a recovery of max HP, and his leadership as well, which is basically the 70% increase of fire damage, which is very juicy. Because you can use him to team up with Nemo for combat villain ABX Day. Because his leadership is applying to all allies, so Nemo can definitely benefit from it. But guys, would you spend 1050 crystal just for the 10% increase of fire damage for Nemo? If I were you, if I were a totally free to play character, I would just skip this shit. Not really useful, you are not going to use him anyway. To be honest, I regret buying this uniform, because at the end of the day, this uniform would just stay at my store and do nothing, except for using him to team up with Nemo in Extreme Alliance battle. That's it. Guys, if I'm not mistaken, my Amadeus cleared stage 50 Proxima with almost 3 minutes left, while my Red Hawk with a similar build as my Amadeus, he can't even clear stage 30 with 3 minutes left. Look at the time, it is almost 1 minute and 50 seconds, I still have 4 bars to go. What the hell is that? So guys, just ask yourself this question, if you want to buy this uniform, where are you going to use him? If the answer is no, or you totally don't have any idea, so yeah, perhaps all you have to do is just to skip this shit. This is just, I just don't know what to say. Not really worthy of the cost you paid, to be very honest. Alright guys, I guess some of you must be wondering whether Red Hawk with his new uniform, can he do anything against Ebony or not, since his damage is based on fire damage, in which he will have an advantage against Ebony. So we are gonna see that very soon. Once we finish this stage, I'm gonna show you how poor he is against Ebony. His movement is just damn slow. Okay. Alright, so we got the proc here, that is nice. I guess we can end here. So there we go, with less than 1 minute left. Stage 30 Proxima, that is not really good. So let's go ahead to see how poor he is against Ebony. So let's go. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Even Red Hawk deals elemental damage, in which he is supposed to have an advantage against Ebony, but you will see the damage is just whatever. Perhaps he needs a CTP of Judgment or CTP of Reach to be good, but you know, I don't think so, to be honest. If you are not about to bring a character to tier 3 or awaken his or her skill, just save your CTP, because nowadays a level 60 character just can't really help you much in today's game mode, except for some of the low level of Shadowland. So since Red Hawk is not a tier 3 character nor a tier 2.5 character with awakened skill, so just remain him at level 60 is more than enough. There is no point of bringing him to level 70 if you are not going to use him in various game mode. So yeah, luckily I didn't invest a lot of materials on Red Hawk. God bless me. I mean, like, this is definitely the best uniform for Red Hawk, but if you want to use him in today's game mode, consider there is so many tier 3 characters and tier 2.5 characters with awakened skill to choose. A level 60 character with this kind of damage is just not enough. If you look at my previous video about a level 60 Amadeus, you will know what I mean. Even my Amadeus shield is just at level 60, but his damage is even better than some of the tier 3 characters, to be very honest. So yeah, Red Hawk is not even close to him. So why would you choose this uniform when you can choose others that are far better than this uniform? But of course, that's just based on my opinion. I could be wrong. At the end of the day, you are the one that making the call. So it depends on you. If you are a Red Hawk lover, just go ahead to grab this uniform. There is no right or wrong in this matter. So this is what Red Hawk can do against Ebony Maw. Not really impressed. Guys, so this is what you could expect from Red Hawk with his new uniform. Not really impressed, to be honest. Perhaps he needs a CTP in order to be good. Maybe. So if you haven't bought this uniform yet, congratulations, you have saved up 1050 crystal. But anyway, as I said, that's just based on my opinion. I could be wrong. At the end of the day, you are the one that making the call. So depends on you, depends on your own decision. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. And thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Take care.